Hey guys, Ken Maxfield, the Hide Guy. Here's the market recap ending 9/21 of 2018. Week started out last week with Packers having an offer list that looked very similar to the week prior. This is despite perceptions that they may have had a few more hides to sell than they're willing to admit. Asking prices were unchanged with the week prior, although it was widely believed that they had already traded $1 lower than their asking price. So you take your own assumptions from there. On the cowhide side, producers entered the week with offer lists that were more populated than the week before. Several of the processors had additional selections to offer, and the overall load counts looked like they were higher than the week prior. As far as interest last week, a lot of people said that they saw some interest early in the week. The downside of that was most of the people looking to buy hides, whether cattle hides or cow hides, were trying to bid anywhere from $2 to $3, even up to $5 to $6 under asking prices. For the most part, Packers were countering bids at $1 lower than ask, and again, as mentioned earlier, that was about where they were trading the week prior. Overall, the consensus of the trade is that Packers were unwilling to give any more concessions than $1 down. There were some buyers who were willing to improve and to come to the counters of the Packers, but overall, the consensus of the trade is it's highly unlikely that Packers were able to liquidate their harvest last week, which, by the way, was 657,000 head. That is the third largest slaughter of the year. As far as cow hides, a lot of back and forth. Again, buyers trying to bid that market lower. Producers and processors unwilling to trade it significantly lower. There were dribs and drabs of business put together, but overall, the cow kill, we haven't seen the numbers yet this afternoon, but we're going to think in somewhere around 130, and very doubtful we saw processors able to liquidate their production last week as well. So lower trading levels on limited volume. Taking a quick look around the world, excuse me, talking to people in Europe, the general consensus of the trade is that there are a number of people with hides to sell, warehouses full. No one's liking the bids that are coming in because they're aggressively lower, as buyers are sensing that there's a number of hides for sale from several different places around the world. Of course, if you're selling male hides or heavier weight ox heifers, those seem to be able to trade at steady levels. While if you're trying to trade lower grade, especially cow hides, it's a mess just like the rest of the world. Taking a quick peek at Australia, they're starting to finally see kill levels slow down a little bit. They've had a horrible drought there. A lot of cattle have been pushed through the system. It seems as if now the numbers are starting to tighten up a little bit, and numbers are on the decline as far as the harvest side. That said, those trying to sell hides are encountering the softer undertone of the global market. They're working hard to try to hold prices steady, but it looks like many are succumbing to the underlying pressure in the marketplace. Down in Brazil, trading levels on TR number ones range from as low as 60 cents to 65 cents, with the consensus of the trade probably closer to 60 versus that 65. Of course, lots of volume, people pushing for sales, and buyers trying to bid prices down aggressively lower. Meanwhile, excuse me, back to the U.S. My allergies get me a little bit here, guys, so I apologize. The export report last week, and I'm going to pull it up here real quick. Wet salted sales were surprising. They came in at about 545,000 wet salted hides. That's much higher than the anticipation of most pundits. There is some talk that maybe there is some hides that were moved around, sales that were made to go to certain countries that were redirected to other countries. Of course, then there should be a cancellation in the other country, but I can't prove it. There's just a lot of talk about that. You decipher that one for yourself. Wet blue sales were a whole whopping 47,000. That's the third week in a row we've seen some poor wet blue sales. So overall, the report was neutral to slightly bearish, as combined sales did not match up to the harvest of the week prior. So overall, guys, I would say, in spite of the fact that most people are trying to hold prices as close to steady as possible. It looks as if the underlying pressure is getting to this market, and we're going to see probably softer prices moving forward. That's it for this week. Ken Maxfield, the Hide Guy. Check out my website, www.themaxfieldreport.com. I offer free 14-day trials on the website. Until next week.